What's up, everybody? So I'm in the podcasting room at my school. As you can see, I recorded my first 2 ever podcasts for myself. I have recorded a few for school, but I recorded my first 2 ever that I'm going to be posting. It's going to be called The Journey with Nick Basso. I believe I might change it up since the YouTube series is also called The Journey. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to get right into the message. This is going to be a quick one. The message today is stop consuming, start creating. You have consumed enough. You've consumed the self-help stuff. You've read the books. You've watched the videos. You've listened to the podcast. You already know what you have to do. You're just avoiding taking action. This was me for so long. For so long, I did all the things. I listened to the podcast. I read most of the books. I did all the work. I was watching all the videos, but I was never taking action. And I just didn't realize that because I was caught in this negative self-help loop of consuming self-help and self-improvement content. And I never realized that I was avoiding the action until I started really taking action. And then I looked back and was like, oh, wow, buddy, you were avoiding all the action. So you know what you have to do. You've learned enough. You've consumed other people's lives for far too long. Get out there, take action, and start creating for yourself. Start creating for you and your family. Start creating for your future. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick, but you've learned everything that you have to learn. Everything that you need to learn in the future is on the other side of taking action. Everything that you need to learn is just the lessons that you're going to learn along the way of pursuing your goals and dreams. But you need to actually get out there and do it. And you need to just take the leap and believe in yourself and have faith in yourself that it's all going to work out. So, for so long, I consumed other people's lives. And this is actually what I kind of just talked about on my podcast. But for so long, I consumed other people's lives. And I always thought that I was just learning. But I realized that I was innately comparing. And it made me feel that I was behind. I was comparing, even though I didn't realize that I was, but I was comparing myself to them. And I was like, oh, this person's way more successful than I am. Oh, this person has it way better than me. Oh, they're way farther ahead. Oh, I need to be rich before I'm 21. All these things, right? Because I was comparing myself to the top 1% of outliers. There's outliers, and then there's the top 1% of them. And that's who I was comparing myself to. So I was constantly comparing myself, and I constantly felt bad about myself because of it. And the only reason why I even had the opportunity to compare myself and look at myself in a negative light is because I was constantly consuming and I wasn't creating for myself. But then in February of this year, I began creating. And creation has brought me so much passion and purpose. And it has made me feel like I'm just fulfilled. It's made me live a different type of lifestyle, a life where I'm super excited to wake up in the morning, where I try to wake up early so that I can go out there and do my best to go and win the day and conquer the day. Right? Like, creating has just completely changed my mindset, and creating content has significantly reduced the amount of content that I consume, which has done wonders for me mentally, because I am just not consuming other people's lives and thoughts. And instead, the thoughts that are going through my head are my own, and they're based on my own life, which helps me succeed at my life, right? And yeah, I do still listen to podcasts, and I do still watch YouTube videos, and I do still think that it's very valuable to be involved in the self-help space and to consume content from the self-help space. And I do think that you can learn a lot, but I think that should never come first. I think that what should come first is you taking action in your own life. What should come first is you deciding to start creating. This is another thing that I talked about in the podcast too, is that we all have an innate desire to create. God created us in his image, and God is a creator. So if we are created in his image, don't you think that we're going to want to create too? Yes. Yes, we are. And I'm going to read a Bible verse that I read during the podcast. Ephesians 2:10, for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. God prepared us to be creators. God made us to be creators. No, we are not going to be creators at the same level that he is. And I'm not trying to compare myself to God. However, what I am saying is that if God is the creator of the universe and the world, which I truly do believe that he is, then he would have created us with the same desire to create, right? God had a desire to create. So innately in us, we have a desire to create. So we were made to contribute value through action and purpose. And we were not made to just consume other people's lives. We were not made to just consume content that other people produce. We were made to create our own. So go out there and create for yourself, because I promise you, it's going to change your life. It's going to bring you passion, purpose, and fulfillment. And for so long, I just did not feel fulfilled, but creating has brought me a sense of fulfillment that I truly cannot even explain. It's just something that you have to experience. And although I don't have a big audience, although I don't have a lot of followers, I still feel that the messages that I put out into the world are important. And when somebody messages me and says I inspire them, or tells me to keep going, it tells me that I'm doing great, and that like them seeing my videos inspires them to go out and run or go out and work out, that means the world to me. And that's I don't know, it's just a feeling that I never really experienced before. So I would have never felt that if I hadn't started creating. So yeah, although I don't have a big audience, I know that this is what I'm meant to do, and I'm just going to keep doing it. So you've consumed enough. It's time to create. You were not born to consume, but you were born to create. Creation will bring you passion, purpose, and fulfillment that you didn't even know was possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you made it this far, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.